It's the Andy Griffith Show, Facts and Trivia, with your host, Bob Snap.
Hi guys, welcome to the Andy Griffith Show, Facts and Trivia. Appreciate you being here. Today's video is on your questions. This is kind of popular with some, but it's not very popular with a lot. So if you wouldn't mind, share these out with your family and friends. Maybe they'll come up with some questions they want to ask. As always, I'll tell you the truth up front. If I can't find an answer, I'll still put the question up here. And I'll let you know what I found out or what I did not find out. So, if you're ready to start, everybody raise your hand. Who's ready to start? Anybody against? We're good to go. Let's go. We're going to start with Robert. This was a very... how many times did Andy have to reach into his own pocket to pay for things? This is a very general question. I have no idea, but I'm sure it was quite a few times. I'm sorry, I couldn't get more specific than that. It's just too difficult to answer. Here's another one from Vicky. What happened to the Morrison sisters? Well, it's Mayberry, so I'm sure they just got a slap on the wrist and sent on their way to start their preserve business. Here's a good one. Christy, who did the wardrobe on the Andy Griffith Show? Okay, you ready for these names? Stanley Kufel, Robert Odell, Bob Christensen, let me see, Annette Gott, Marge Macken, and Florence Albert. Steve, who was the oldest person to appear on tags? That, of course, unless I'm missing something, is Burt Mustin, who kind of blew me away when I realized how old he actually was. His last appearance on the Andy Griffith Show was in '66, and he was 83 years old. And if this tells you anything about how long he lived or whatever, he was also on All in the Family, which was a good 8 years later at least. So, I mean, he went on to act all his life. I mean, he started at the age of 67. So, I mean, it was the latter part of his life, but still. Jeff. Aunt B diagnoses Opie as coming down with the pip. What is the pip? The pip is a disease, particularly like the common cold or the flu. Mike, who was the background guy that was in a lot of scenes with like Nice Dress Nellie. He actually drove the bulldozer on Aunt B the Crusader. That was Tom Jacobs. That was Danny Thomas's brother. He appeared in a lot of episodes, a lot. And I don't think he ever said a word. Did Hal Smith do voiceovers in the 60s? Hal Smith did voiceovers in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. In the 60s, from 60 to 61, he did Elmer Fudd, believe it or not. In the 60s, he did the Flintstones. He did the Colonel. He did Dan. He did a PA announcer. In the 70s, on Winnie the Pooh, he did Owl. And after a while, he actually took over the voice of Winnie the Pooh. There was just too many to mention, but those were the main ones. Those were the ones you would recognize. Tim, how many women did Barney date? Actually, I think it was Kevin who sent this to me, so I want to thank him for helping me out with this. Let's see, there was Hilda May, Miss Rosemary, Juanita, Skippy from the Fun Girls, Thelma Lou, of course, and Nettie Albright, who you might remember from The Return of Barney Fife when they had the class reunion. And Thelma Lou came back married, and Barney ended up with Blondes Are More Fun, Nettie Albright. And last but not least, I got a kick out of this one. I really like doing this one. Can I name a show that had 2 or more characters guest star on the Andy Griffith Show? Now, to be fair, the person who sent this, Andy, gave me the first two, which was Alan Hale Jr. and Bob Denver from Gilligan's Island, and Jamie Farr and William Christopher from MASH. And then you got Dabs Greer and Carl Swenson from Little House on the Prairie, Denver Pyle and James Best from the Dukes of Hazzard. Last but not least of what I could find was Alan Melvin, Rob Reiner, Burt Mustin from All in the Family. And there you go. Your questions answered, or best I can do anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, please share these out. Viewership's going kind of down. It's not terrible yet, but I want to catch it before it does get really bad. And I'm taking your ideas. If you have any ideas or any kind of special weekly show like this one you might want to see, I'll take your ideas. You could be my creative. Beverly Hillbillies Facts and Trivia will be off for the weekend, as will Classic Rock and Country Music Facts and Trivia. There's a special one on Classic TV Facts and Trivia, one I've never done like this before. And you'll just have to go over there to check it out. But it's something pretty cool and pretty different, a lot different from what I'm doing. And something that you can enjoy after you watch the video as well. So, that's all I got for you. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless you, and I'll be praying for you.